Drain water heat recovery. What the heck is that? Okay, so this really only applies to showers. It's the only time in a typical residential setting where you're running hot water out of the tap for an extended period of time, while at exactly the same time hot water is running down the drain for an extended period of time. So there you are having a shower. Here's what's happening. Hot water, of course, coming down onto your head out of the shower head, coming out of the hot water tank wherever it's located in your house. At the same time, while the hot water is coming out of your hot water tank, cold water is running into the bottom of it to replace the hot water that's coming out. And of course, hot water is running down the drain. So imagine if that cold water pipe on its way to your hot water tank wrapped around the drain under your feet a whole bunch of times. What that's going to do is it's going to capture that heat running down the drain. It's going to preheat that cold water on its way to the water tank, so your water tank doesn't have to work as hard and you don't have to spend as much money to heat it up. Drain water heat recovery is pretty simple to install if you have an unfinished basement in your house, full height. It doesn't work very well on a crawl space type of house because the drain water heat recovery unit needs to be vertically oriented. And this is because when the water is running down the drain in a vertical pipe, it's on all sides of the pipe. So you can wrap this other pipe around the outside and capture that heat. If the pipe is running on an angle, all the water is sitting down on one side and it's much more difficult to capture the heat from it. And of course, if your basement's fully finished, accessing the drain stack could mean ripping walls apart, which is not necessarily practical. However, if it's suitable for your house, installing one of these things is not very expensive. The unit itself, the heat exchanger, will vary in price between about $300 and $800 depending on its size and length and diameter. Very simple plumbing to put it in place, and that alone can reduce your water heating expenses in your house by up to 35%. Permanently. No moving parts. As long as the house is standing, a permanent reduction in your water heating expenses. So that's what drain water heat recovery is all about. I'd love to look at that or any other upgrades you're considering in your own house. Just give me a call or an email.